What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land boxing talk, people. And today we talking Pacquiao's fight history. How will Pacquiao's story end? Alright, y'all, got a little new setup here, so I hope you guys like it. But I just wanted to touch on Manny Pacquiao's career as a whole, and how do I feel like his career will end. We all know by now, some news is coming out saying he was going to only take 3 fights at PBC, and that was his retirement plan, was to take, I guess, the 3 biggest fights that he can get, and hopefully win those 3 fights and then retire on those 3 fights. A lot of people are saying that he was going to fight for 3 more years, but I really don't see that. There's a lot of things going on in the Philippines. I feel like that are now kind of starting to draw a lot more of his attention, and he's here pretty soon is going to need to fully commit to what he does as a politician. So I feel like Manny Pacquiao's fight history so far has been very unique. It's been one of a kind. It's one of those fight histories that when people are going to look back on it, especially the early years, they're going to say this guy won a lot of wars. A lot of boxing wars were won by Manny Pacquiao. A lot of fans were gained because Manny Pacquiao was willing to engage and basically give fans what they want. The sport of boxing is an extremely brutal sport. It's built off of brutality and being a gladiator. And, this is what attracts a lot of people to the sport. And when you mention guys like Tyson and guys like Sugar Ray Robinson having so many fights, you mention guys like Marvin Hagler and the type of warrior he was. This is what comes to mind. Guys like Manny Pacquiao, and the fact that these guys are willing to give you 100% of themselves to please the fans. And I would say Pacquiao's career is one of a kind because, not too many. You can only compare him to a few fighters because there's only been a few fighters that have been global superstars. We all can point to Muhammad Ali and what he's done as far as being a global superstar. But there's another global superstar in boxing. There are a few others, but there's another one I think that gets overlooked a lot of the time. And Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is one of those guys in boxing who can go anywhere and his face is recognized. And it's all because of his abilities in the boxing ring. I think it gets overlooked simply because of what he's had go on in his personal life, and he's been to prison a few times, and he's flew off the deep end a few times as well, to keep it light. But what he did achieve as a boxer, being able to knock out that many guys in such a short amount of time, to be the youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history. I'm not sure if that record's been broken here recently, but it's a record he held for a long time. And I guess you could say his antics in boxing have carried him around the world, and it's something that has benefited Mike Tyson, to me, later on in his career, being a global superstar. And like Manny Pacquiao, I think Mike Tyson's career is one of a kind, and Manny Pacquiao's career can only be described as one of a kind, man. It can only be described as a warrior's career. A way a warrior will want to be perceived in the sport of boxing. And like I said, man, this is a gladiator sport, and a lot of people are attracted to it because of the nature of it being so close to true gladiatorism. People are like UFC, for its reasons, you know, and people like boxing, you know, true boxing fans like boxing for certain reasons, you know, and then you always get your casual fans and everything, but true boxing historians and true boxing fans, they love it because it's a gladiator sport. It's the only sport that is full contact, that is only hands, it's hands only, so you have to be superior with everything that has to do with hand-to-hand combat, and strictly hand-to-hand combat. It's easy to throw an elbow, it's easy to catch a guy with a kick, but when you're talking about we're limited to our fist and what our fist can do, you know, a lot of guys get exposed for this reason. So it's one of those sports that people love it for a specific reason. You know, the people who do love it, they love it for a specific reason. And I just feel like people love Manny Pacquiao, and he's a global superstar for specific reasons. You know, when you look at his career, he's giving you the warrior fights. You know, he's giving you the classic fights. He's giving back to the fans. He's been very fan friendly. You know, he said some controversial things, but I think he paid dearly for those. And you know, he's apologized many times, but he's giving fans what they want. He's taking care of his countrymen, and like Ali, you know, he brings a whole backing of a country with him. You know, Ali later on in his career had, you know, Africa was backing him very heavily later on in his boxing career, and you know, it changed him just from an American superstar into a global superstar. And I think that was going to happen anyway because of what he was doing outside of the ring. But, you know, that turned him into a global superstar. And Manny Pacquiao now, nearing the end of his career, how will the story end? You know, if it's actually going to go the way that he said with 2 more fights and then it's all over. He has 2 fights left. Will that fight be Mikey Garcia or a Spence winner? Will it be one of the other guys at PBC, Thurman, Porter, Danny Garcia? Will Lomachenko fight Pacquiao? Will Terrence Crawford fight? You know, these are all things that are coming up now, and questions that need to be answered. And Pacquiao's keeping a little secret from us right now, so we don't know yet. And will the final fight or will the next fight be a MayPac rematch? You know, we just don't know at this point. This is what boxing fans are craving for right now, this type of information. And I feel like as a Pacquiao fan that as long as he picks the next 2 fights are you know, just something that's really fan friendly, you know, his career should end on an amazing note. You know, he really doesn't need to pad his stats anymore. He's done everything he can do in the sport of boxing. And he just needs 2 really good names to end his career on, man. So he can really say that he did it. He's done it all, man. He's done it all completely from A to Z in the sport of boxing. So I feel like we're going to get that. Hopefully either it'll be Mikey Garcia or Earl Spence and Floyd Mayweather, you know, as the cap off to his career. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the background, man. I hope I got everything right as far as lighting. A lot of stuff going on around YouTube, man. There's the controversy going on. So right now is the time to support anybody you appreciate who brings you content on YouTube, man. I'm not going to tell you what to do to support them, but please support anybody you like on YouTube right now, because it's pretty scary situation going on right now. Hit that like button for me, and please subscribe. If you know any homeless people, man, 1 minute of your life and some leftovers could really change your life. So give up a minute, change your life, man. If you ain't got nothing else to talk about, just tell me about boxing. Ali Land Boxing Talk, Cardinal Red, and we out of here.